Happy 4th of July. If you're like me, you're going to be grilling today, and most Americans will be grilling today. So when I was thinking about what wine would be a great wine to have with barbecued foods, I was like, hey, obviously we're going to have a red wine because it'll be able to stand up to the richness and the greasiness and the meatiness of anything that's coming off the grill. But the other thing I was thinking about was that one, I wanted to make sure I didn't get a wine that was from California because the last couple of weeks we've had wines from California. So I wanted to get out of there. But I also was like, how about a wine from the place that gifted America the one symbol that anybody in the world would recognize? And that symbol is the Statue of Liberty. And in case you didn't know, she was a gift from the country of France. So I have some wine from France. And as if that wasn't enough, this is actually a wine that you can get from me through Amandus Wines. So today's wine is Chateau Degas. It is from Bordeaux, Superior. This is a 2014. And this particular bottle of wine has a great story. First of all, this winery is 5 generations in the same family. It was started by Pierre Degas, and he had an unfortunate early death. But upon his death, his wife, Marie Jose Degas, took over the winery, and it has been passed down for the last 3 generations to female winemakers. It is currently being run by her granddaughters, Diane and Eugenie. So that's very fun. You know, it's not very often, especially with old world wines, that you're able to get a winery that is being run by women. You know, I mean, even now, if a new winery is started, it's most likely to be started by a man and have the head winemaker be a man. So for them to be able to have success and carry on with only female winemakers is incredible. The other thing is this is Bordeaux, and you may have heard of something called left bank and right bank, which is how the region of Bordeaux is split up. And so some of the cities are on the right side of the city of Bordeaux and some are on the left side. This one is actually from a place called Entre deux Mers. Sorry about my terrible French, but what that means is between 2 seas. And this is neither left bank nor right bank. It's right dab in the middle. It is between 2 rivers. So, you know, you can say, hey, this is something new. And it's actually really pretty enjoyable. So let's get into some more of the particulars of the wine. So just like with any French wine, I recommend that you open it and let it air out for at least 30 minutes. If you can decant it, and decanting means putting it in a different container, do that. And I did that. Here is my decanting vessel. I didn't put the entire bottle because I was like, I'm only going to drink about 3 glasses out of here. So I can save the rest for a little bit later. Or actually, when I go to the barbecue, we're going to be having a roasted pork. So we're roasting a whole pig, and I'm looking forward to that. And there'll be some sausages, and it'll be a great addition. Now, when you're looking at it in the glass, because this wine is not almost, it is actually 11 years old. So when you get a wine that's a little bit older, the brightness in the color starts to darken because it's been sitting in the bottle. So this wine in the glass, you could see, is a dark brick red. If you were to put it on the side, you would see that the edges right here are kind of a brown color. Now, on the nose, it smells like wood. All right, like straight up, it smells like wood. It has kind of a vegetal smell. And when I say vegetal, I mean just like it sounds, like vegetables, like green things that are growing. That's kind of a catch-all for a lot of green things. But in particular, this also smells like green bell pepper and a little bit of white pepper. The other thing that I wanted to let you know is that you can drink it without decanting it. I did. I opened it and then had a glass immediately. But the way that it tasted 30 minutes ago is not as good as it tastes right now. So even though you're going to be tempted to drink it right when you open it, give yourself the best opportunity to enjoy this wine and, you know, let it breathe a little bit. Okay. Now I have to start by saying this is a high tannin wine. So a lot of the wines we've had recently have been medium tannin, but this is high tannin. So I'm feeling it on the side of my mouth. And also I'm feeling it kind of across my teeth. It's kind of like drying out my teeth a little bit. It has a flavor of wood, which I expected because of the smell. It has a little bit of a raisin scent. and a little bit of leather and chocolate. Now, those are a lot of scents, and it may feel like we're all over the place, but this wine is a blend of Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, and Merlot. And those flavors that I just mentioned to you are the kind of flavors that are indicative for Cabernet Sauvignon. So you're gonna get some of that leather and chocolate. And same with the Cab Franc. And then that raisin is particular to Merlot, which is one of the reasons why I don't like Merlot. It just tastes like wet raisins. It's so gross. But this is actually very enjoyable. It's going to be a great accompaniment to grilled meats if you were having a steak at home or even just having a roast that you made in the oven. It'll also be great for that. The other good news is this bottle is pretty affordable. It's only 40 bucks and you know, it's high quality, high touch. All of the wines that I represent and Amandus Wines are high touch. So that means that they've been hand bottled and the grapes are not picked mechanically. P.S. Grapes cannot be picked mechanically in France, but they're not mechanically graped. These are hand bottled. The labels are hand put on. So, you know, there's additional cost for that extra work, but it's super enjoyable. If you want to get a bottle, reach out to me and I will make sure that you can get one just so that you know. Let me show it to you again. Chateau Degas 2014 Bordeaux Superior. Happy 4th of July. Happy eating. I'll talk to you soon. Cheers.